In the world of Black activism today, there are two names that seem to generate more heated debate than almost any others: Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Umar Johnson. They really represent two powerful and totally competing visions for the future. So in this explainer, we're going to break down their ideological clash to figure out what's really at stake here.
We have to start with this quote from Dr. Umar Johnson because, wow, it just perfectly frames the entire conflict. He calls the FBA movement, which is Tariq Nasheed's creation, the most divisive concept in modern Black America. That is a huge claim, right? And it's basically the spark that lit this firestorm across social media, forcing everybody to take a hard look at what words like unity and identity really mean.
Okay, so who exactly are the two men at the center of this whole storm? Let's take a closer look.
So first up, you've got Tariq Nasheed. A lot of you probably know him from his Hidden Colors documentaries. But his influence, it just skyrocketed when he created the Foundational Black Americans Movement, or FBA. It's an entire identity built around the idea of a very specific, unique lineage, and he promotes it to literally millions of followers online.
And on the other side of the ring is Dr. Umar Johnson. He's a school psychologist by trade, but he's also a seriously gifted public speaker. He is maybe the most visible champion of Pan-Africanism out there today, traveling all over the world, preaching a message of unity and self-reliance for all people of African descent.
Now, it's really important to get this. This isn't just a personal feud between two guys. Not at all. At its very core, their disagreement is a fundamental clash between two completely different philosophies for Black empowerment. So let's actually break down those competing visions.
Nasheed's FBI ideology is all about specificity. It zooms in on the descendants of chattel slavery. And when we say that, we mean people who were legally treated as personal property, like a piece of furniture, specifically in the United States. The whole argument is that this group has unique historical experience and, because of that, a unique claim to things like justice and reparations that, in their view, shouldn't be watered down by including other people from the African diaspora. Dr. Johnson is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum with Pan-Africanism. See, where FBA draws a very specific, tight circle, Pan-Africanism draws a massive one. It's a philosophy arguing that everyone of African descent, no matter where they are in the world, is part of one big global family, all united in a shared struggle. And this is where you can see the philosophies just smash right into each other. Just look at the focus. FBA is all about a specific lineage. Pan-Africanism is about the entire diaspora. This one difference changes everything, from identity to who should get reparations to how you view immigration. One is exclusive by its very design, the other is meant to be inclusive. It's a fundamental disagreement, and there's really no easy middle ground. And this isn't just some theoretical debate you'd read in a book. Both men are very public leaders with major projects and huge platforms. And with that level of influence, well, it comes with intense scrutiny. And that has led to a trail of controversy for both of them. And the criticisms they face are pretty significant. Nasheed's FBA movement gets hit with accusations of being divisive, even xenophobic, and creating friction within the Black community. At the same time, Dr. Johnson's really ambitious plan to build a school for boys has been stalled for years, which has raised some very serious questions about financial transparency and whether he can deliver results. Yeah, that unbuilt school, it's become the main exhibit for anyone criticizing Dr. Johnson. Think about it. Fundraising starts way back in 2014. A property gets bought in 2019. And now, after more than a decade, the school is still not open. It's left everyone, from his supporters to his critics, asking one simple question: where did the money go? So you've got these clashing worldviews. You've got these public controversies that have been brewing for years. It's like a pressure cooker, right? Sooner or later, that simmering tension was just bound to boil over into a direct, very public conflict. And this whole feud plays out in the modern public square, social media. Dr. Johnson goes online and calls the FBA movement a divisive wedge. So, in response, Nasheed and his followers target the unbuilt school, questioning Dr. Johnson's credibility. It just becomes this vicious cycle of online callouts, with each side trying to completely dismantle the other's legitimacy in front of millions of people. So why should we care about this beyond just some online drama? Because this whole thing is a window into a much larger identity crisis happening within Black activism. This isn't just about two men. It's about the path forward for an entire movement. This conflict really forces a critical question on everyone watching. Is what we're seeing just a healthy, passionate debate? Or Are we witnessing a deep fracture that could seriously undermine the entire fight for progress? The fallout from this is very real. The infighting divides followers and distracts from the shared enemy, which is systemic racism. But maybe most importantly, it forces the entire community to confront that central, unresolved question: is the best path forward to be specific and lineage-based, or to be broad and all-encompassing? At the end of the day, the clash between Nasheed and Johnson is so much more than a feud between two personalities. It's a live, public negotiation over the very soul of Black empowerment. It's a battle over identity, over strategy, and over the true meaning of unity itself. And all of this brings us to one final critical question. In a long struggle for justice, what's actually more powerful? A unified front that kind of papers over its differences, or a precise ideology that risks leaving some people behind? Is the goal unity, or is it ideological purity? The answer to that question just might define the future of this movement.